Welcome back to the channel, guys. As promised, here is the People's Choice selection or of asking me to show my Queen collection. So I included my Chinese-made ones and the vintage ones together because it kind of goes with the whole story. So as you see, Halloween is done. We're into our Thanksgiving motif with some fall leaves and our welcome friends sign. And here we go. This is the Queen collection. But spoiler alert, I have bought some more Queen knives and some more Shatton Morgan knives. Uh, I didn't want to include them in this total video because I didn't want you guys to see them before they had a chance to have their own starring videos and they get to be the main feature of the day, if that makes sense. But that was, kind of what I thought would be best. Plus it gives me some more content to show you guys. Now, when did I start collecting Queen knives? Really, I'd say probably this last year is when I've really, you know, gone out of my way to look for Queen knives and vintage Queen knives. Whenever I'm out and about, I'm always on the hunt for these. And I do look at the ones. I don't have any of the new ones that are being put out by SMKW. Uh, the ones that are being made by that other company down in Alabama, I believe they are. If you know, you know. And but they're good knives. I mean, they make great knives. So it's just one of those things. I just haven't picked them up yet because I'm having fun finding the old ones. And I do have, like I said, some of the other Chinese made ones here on the table that I'll show you. But when I started getting into these knives was, through a couple of YouTubers. I'd say that probably the biggest influences have been Warthog, uh, Zen Ali, and then Gizmo Car. I've talked to Zen and Gizmo several times about different knives and different you know makes and models of the Shatton Morgans and stuff like that. And I think that all three of us, you know, if you all four of us really, if you count me, but we really have an appreciation and a love of these old knives, and they're just something that they really are something that I think are just more fun for me to collect than anything else. I mean, everybody kind of has their thing. I'm kind of getting into the Queen knives. Of course, Jerry's getting into all the Western knives and has been for some time. Rick has been getting the Shatton Morgans and stuff. I think Pete, Jersey Knife Guy, he has some too. But I think Pete's collection is more not as focused on a specific brand or type of knife. He has a fantastic collection. He seems to get like all the best stuff from each maker, and that's your secret power, Pete. Just know that I think the way you collect knives and stuff. I mean, it's out of this world. I mean, dude has a fantastic collection. Rick does too. Rick has fantastic vintage knives. Anyways, I thought we could kind of go over this thing. And the very first knife that I got, which you guys have seen before, is this little black-lip pearl knife. This was done as a Queen City. SMKW put this out when they first started doing their little runs of knives. And so this is just a fantastic little pocket dropper. I love it. The half stops that it has are great, and it's really the only I'd say the butter bean size knife that I have, with the being the small canoe. So just a fantastic knife. I guess I could put it over here with the rest of the canoe crew that I have hiding over here. This was actually the second, and you guys recognize the saw cut bone. And this was another one that they put out, and just a super slim, just a perfect little knife. I really love these saw cut bone knives. Just a fantastic knife. You see they got the Queen Tang stamp on it. Just absolutely wonderful. And you have the same thing with the pin. So that was cool. Then they started putting out their winter bottom bone. So I picked up this canoe, and at first, both Thrifty and I were kind of like, why is the tang sticking up on these? We didn't realize that, and I'll show you, that's something that Queen did on a lot of their canoes. So this just says Queen Steel on it, but just a wonderful canoe, and love the winter bottom bone, which I did a video on that. The winter bottom was a family name, and they carved these grooves into the bone, and then they just basically lent their name to it. Queen used a lot of their bone. Other knife makers did too, but Queen was known for getting a bunch of their stuff. So really very neat. And then here is this burgundy canoe, and as you can see, the tangs are sticking up just a little bit. This one you don't see as much because the spear point is there, but I just thought that this one here just really, I love it. I love how they do their spear point on there, and this has the little thing, Queen Cutlery Co. number 64 for the pattern. Carried this one a lot this last spring and early summer. Just a fantastic knife and just super cool. And look at that little fat pen blade. I mean, just really neat. Got the swedge on top. I mean, this is just superb. I just really think that this knife still, it gives me the fizz, as Pete likes to say. But then this was the creme de la creme, was the bird's eye maple canoe. Still love these bird's eye maple knives. They are just so beautiful, and I love how they came out. So again, you got that super pointy spear. I mean, look at that. That's definitely a spear blade. That almost looks like the front end of a gladius. Just a fantastic blade. And just look at that pen, perfectly proportioned. Much as you saw the pen blade on this one, which looks good when it's closed, but I mean, look how much fatter it is. And this one just, it seems a little anemic compared to this guy. It's something that you would hope that they would put more of a blade like that on there, but I don't know how they choose such things. But anyways, let's go on to the trapper. I did get one of the winter bottom bone trappers that they had. I believe it has just Queen Steel. Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of a number on it. That was one of the things that was kind of cool, how they numbered their patterns in the billboard, but I know a lot of guys don't like billboarded blades. And here is the spay blade, and as you can see, this one's a little more pointy than you get on a general spay blade. So it's almost like it's a spear, but really cool knives. And these had, if I remember right, they were 440B for the Queen knives that SMKW is bringing in from China. Now these are the two knives that I found at the pawn shop in Atascadero, and these, as soon as I saw the winter bottom bone, I was just like, okay, I got to grab these. So this is the easy open, just big old gigantic spay blade on this one, but it's a Queen Steel 62, and like I said, you've got so much handle on this. It's amazing. I mean, you've really got some reach with that, or you can choke up on this thing if you want to, but it's got a big old long blade on it, that's for sure. The other thing that I saw there was this skinning blade. This is their lightweight hunter, the Model 98. And so it is just really cool. What a great shape for a skinning blade. I mean, you've got, belly for days. I mean, this is definitely going to, uh, you know, do any kind of skinning tasks that you need. I mean, it's perfect, and it is very lightweight. Uh, Full tang construction, nice little round pommel on it. Just a really cool knife. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this one was made in 1976, which is nice to have a bicentennial knife. This is a queen knife, and I loved the sheath that was on it. This is also from SMKW. This is the winter bottom bone. This is the little bird and trout knife that they had, and just really cool. I love bird and trout knives. This is really just a 3-finger knife, but really nice for any kind of little, office chores, or if you did want to take it out for small game, it would work for that too. But really nice sheath. This was this is a gunstock pattern. I got a really good deal on this one on eBay. Really happy to have this one. I think this was, when I talked to Gizmo, he was saying with a lot of these seconds that, because I couldn't find this knife cataloged anywhere. I have no idea about when it was made and stuff like that. He was saying that a lot of these things were just at the end put together with spare parts and stuff that they had at the factory, and may not be exactly specific to a certain year or something like that. But, just a fantastic knife. I really like the gunstock pattern. These queen knives were the first gunstock patterns that I ever had, and so that definitely was something that led me to look for more of those. I saw this on eBay also. This is a queen electrician's knife, and so this is just a one that has been used a lot. It's got somebody did a cold blue on the steel to give it a patina, but there's no snap to it really. But it's just cool having an electrician's knife that is made by Queen, because that's something that I have a sub collection of electrician knives, so that was a nice one to have. And then when they came out with these, you guys will remember the rooster knife. SMKW came out with these, and they were snapped up almost instantly. The rooster knife that I had seen that made me want to get one of these was on Patty's potato peelers. He had one on his desk for a long time. But you get the nice spear. You get the hacksaw blade for removing the spurs, and then also you have the capon blade for creating capons. So there you go. Again, that's one of those things that if you don't know what all those terms are, take a look. And of course, this one I got because it had the roosters fighting on it. I thought was interesting, and it's a nice piece of artwork, if nothing else. Then we go to these guys. These are my bird's eye maple knives. You already saw the canoe, but this one was the first one I got, and this is a number 9 Stockman. So this is 4 inches closed, and I just think that the wood on this just looks fantastic. Now these blades are all D2 steel, and there you go. There's the number 9. Queen was using D2 back in the 2000s. They were one of the first of the factories that did have the have D2 as a production steel. Before that, a lot of custom makers did it, but they were one of the first factories that did it. Nice little spay blade. I love it when they get some belly on them, like that one. The Case 47 is another one, but just a beautiful knife. And then we have another Stockman. This is a medium Stockman. This pattern is the 26. This is the same size as a 34 OT. So again, with the D2 blades, and you got your clip point. I really like this knife a lot. As you guys know, I have a long history with the 34 OT. Here's your sheep's foot. And so someday, I think when I'm not working, I may actually carry one of these around, because the 26 is just such a delightful size, and just that perfect Stockman size. Then here is my very first gun stock. And so this was, again, with the bird's eye maple and the D2 steel. Just a fantastic clip point. Really think they did such a good job. I love how they did their blade shapes, because they just are just enough different that they're unique, even though, you know, everybody else has the same exact blades and stuff. So it's kind of funny that we started this off with one of the smaller queen knives, and one of the last ones that I had a video on was this little pen blade, and this is the Queen 6130. And again, this was an eBay find, and just a delightful little brown bone pen knife. Just, I don't even know how to say it, except this is like the most gentleman's knife. I mean, look how little that is. I mean, it's teeny. I mean, it's about the size of my pinky in overall length. I mean, it is little, and it's got these little itty bitty blades. I don't even think they're an inch. If I had to guess, I would have to grab my ruler over here. Hold on just a second. I see it. All right, let's throw this up there. And yeah, from the bolster, it's just shy of 1.5. And let me get, I think this pen blade is only about maybe 1/2 inch. It is just tiny, tiny. But let's get it up here. Oh, I'm wrong. It's just over, let's see here. Here's 1 inch. So it's right at 1.25 from the bolster. You know, but yeah, your cutting edge on that is pretty small. You know, so just about 1 inch, maybe 1.1 inches. But yeah, it's just, wow, what a delightful little knife. I like it. I dig it. So anyways, that is it for this one. I will be doing one for the Shat and Morgan knives, and so that'll be coming up, and then I'll be sprinkling in some more Queen and Shat and Morgan knives, you know, in the upcoming couple of weeks and stuff, so you guys can see those. Just fantastic knives. They're something that I really love. Anyways, thanks guys. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. Please, if you like the video, share it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Tell your friends. You know, we got a fun little community built around this channel, and I'd like to see that continue to grow. All right, guys, I will talk at you later. Bye.